Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Universe Mode University. Welcome to the goddamn show, and it's been a while. I'm going to admit it's been a while, but this episode is one that I take great pride in. I'm really proud of this, and I think it's a great idea. This is 10 ideas, unique ideas, that I have thought of that will help your Universe Mode become the best Universe Mode that you can imagine. So stay tuned, and if you have any tips to add, leave them in the comments. But we're going to get underway. So tip number 1, and this is a tip that I've actually discovered recently. If you have 2 controllers, use 2 controllers to choreograph matches. Now you might be asking, Jack, why do I need 2 controllers? Well, hear me out. For those of you who create content especially, you can take full control of both superstars. You can plan your big spots, reversals, and any momentum shifts you want to change in a match. Which includes controlling the pacing of a match. You can create 5-star matches instead of relying on the goddamn shaky AI in 2K. And you can use this to tell cleaner in-ring stories or book cinematic finishes exactly the way that you want to do it. Idea number 2, introduce a rival indie promotion. Now, I'm not saying like you pick an AEW, but imagine a world where WWE is not in your universe is not the only competition. Competition in professional wrestling and in sport is healthy. Create a custom federation with a new logo, a new arena, unique arena, titles, and a completely unique roster. You can either use certain WWE superstars who deviate away from the company, and you can also use all of the wrestlers and even cause outside of the company to make a show that competes. You can make it feel gritty and underground like ECW or New Japan, or you can make it a professional wrestling masterpiece like AEW. Book talent defecting from WWE to the indie brand, and you can also, just to spice it up a bit, have people from the indie brand defect from the indie brand and go to WWE. There's so much creativity you can do with this, but it's instead of having Raw and SmackDown, why not have Raw and your own custom promotion? Tip number 3, use the highlight reel for TV-styled presentation. Record cutscenes like stare-downs, attacks, or even contract signings. Film replays or slow-motion matches to get footage for hype packages to make it more immersive. Place camera angles like real TV production, so like wide shots or close-ups. Film the crowd. Get the drone, get the free cam, and go around the crowd. That is an excellent filler shot that you can do within WWE 2K. Build hype outside the matches with your own drama. Tip number 4, or idea number 4, and we've mentioned this before, but let random generators like the Perchance generator in my Discord dictate your booking. Use the Perchance system or a dice-based system to determine heel turns, match types, betrayals or alliances, injuries or forced absences, or the story that is going to be behind any 2 or 3 or 4 or 17 competitors that you want to feud. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it unpredictable, and it keeps it unique. Idea number 5. Instead of having one big draft, how about you have mini drafts? So for example, every 4 weeks, you swap 1 to 3 superstars between brands. It adds the real world element of trades and negotiations, it forces you to rework storylines on the fly, and it's a great way to simulate injuries or backstage drama. Idea number 6. Introduce a stipulation-based championship. For example, a hardcore championship, a submission championship. You can get creative with the name. You don't need me to help you with that. But think about it, right? Give a purpose to them people who are maybe not quite considered even mid-card for your show. And maybe they specialize, for example, let's use the hardcore championship. That championship can only be defended under hardcore rules, and you can select between 5 and 10 wrestlers that fit the hardcore narrative to compete in that division. It's a cool idea. It's one that I've adopted, so why don't you? Idea number 7. Holiday-themed weekly specials. So, if you're around the holidays, anything like Christmas, Halloween, or Valentine's Day, what will you do to stand out and be different from the crowd? Well, you could have Raw Christmas Carnage, SmackDown Halloween Havoc, and NXT Valentine's Vengeance. These are just some examples that I've made up very quickly in my head, but you can get so creative. There is so many holidays such as the 4th of July, Easter. You can have unlimited holidays. You can do special episodes of Raw and SmackDown, or your own E-Federation promotion or whatever it is. You can use themed arenas. You can make comedic attires and match types, and you can add a seasonal flavour to your universe mode. It keeps it exciting. Book one-night tournaments or gimmick matches in these shows, and you will not go wrong. Imagine a world where it's Christmas, you've got Raw Christmas Carnage, and somebody's hitting somebody with a candy cane. It can be done. Idea number 8, and I'm quite proud of this one actually. Make yourself as a GM and face off against either a real GM or your own fictional core GM. Use your avatar or core as the GM of one brand. Create a rival general manager, whether it be a real person or another core, or maybe somebody in real life, a friend or something. Get them to manage the other one. Let the AI book them. Compete over ratings, see what your audience thinks, which show is the best. You can record things like your own general manager promos. It really makes you involved in the universe mode, and it's a very, very, very handy tip. Would you become the evil GM? Who knows? But if you do try this, please let me know. I'd love to see it. It's a great idea, I think. Idea number 9. Implement a ranking or point system. A little bit like G1 in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Track winner. You can make your promotion track win or loss records with a spreadsheet or graphics, and you can reward number 1 contenders or determine number 1 contenders, and they can get automatic title shots based on their win rate. That is something that would make your promotion more sport orientated, but it's also a very effective way to make sure that people are fully deserving of the places that they are in. You can use things like tournaments or leagues within the roster to have like league matches and have a table. You can add structure, and it adds realism to the title scenes. So it's an idea, but think about it. Idea number 10. Create a fictional wrestling journalist. Well, Jack, how can I make my WWE 2k25 universe mod more immersive? Go outside the box. Don't just do matches and promos. Create somebody who can run a social media or a dirt sheet writer for your universe mode. He can post rumors, injury updates, contract news or spoilers, even host podcasts within your universe mode. It can stir drama outside the ring and make your stories and your universe mode feel more authentic and more immersive. So guys, that is 10 episodes that I have personally come up with that I would think that you could do to make your universe mode extra unique, extra different, and make it a lot better. If you guys have any of your own ideas, feel free to share them in the comments. I'm always interested to read. I've been Jack, your host today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike it if you did not enjoy the video, subscribe if you're new around here, you don't want to miss any content. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.